Once again, thank you for purchasing your Yamaha PTV from the Village's Golf Cars. Over the next few minutes, we're going to cover basic features of your new golf car, what's under the seat so you understand what's included in the engine compartment, and then some tips and tricks on how to use your weather enclosure. When you receive your new golf car, you will also receive 2 keys which are uniquely cut for this particular car. If you do lose one of the keys, please stop into any one of our service stations for a replacement. When you turn on the ignition, you'll notice the Yamaha logo light will always be active and serve as a running light. To explain some of the features on the inside of the golf cart, we'd first like to discuss the speedometer, then the fuel gauge, then we'll talk about your smart stick for your horn, turn signals, and headlights. First, let's talk about the speedometer. What you will notice are 6 pieces of information: the speed, time of day, trip distance, and trip run time. To the left is the current starter battery output. And finally, this center temperature gauge is not active, so please do not worry that is not showing a reading. You have 3 buttons on the bottom of the speedometer. The center mode button will allow you to go from trip A to trip B, and finally to your overall statistics for your golf car. Notice we are looking at cumulative mileage on your odometer and the actual runtime accumulated on the motor of the golf car. The fuel gauge is also backlit when the cart is on. First, this red indication light that will come on and go off is a check engine warning light. If that light does remain on, please contact your sales associate or your local service center. The bars across the top of your fuel gauge is the amount of gasoline in your golf car. Full is all the way to the right, empty is to the left, and the bars will remove themselves as you use fuel. Finally, this bottom number is also a runtime counter for your motor. How many hours have been accumulated in this golf car? The icon to the left is an hourglass. That hourglass will flash when the motor is engaged. And will remain constant when the cart is on, but the motor is not in use. Another feature of the fuel gauge, your gas volume will blink towards the side of an active turn signal. This, your left turn signal, is currently active. Your smart stick is the location for your horn, turn signals, as well as your lights. The horn can be activated by pressing in on the end of the turn stick. Turn signals, much like an automobile, left. You will also notice turn signals here in your side mirrors, as well as in the front of the car. Finally, your headlights have 2 settings. The first setting are your dusk and dawn running lights. When the turn signals are active, they will still flash and then return to the white running lights when the turn signals are not active. The second setting of the turn stick will then activate your headlights. There are some basic preventative maintenance tasks each owner of a Yamaha golf car should know about and complete regularly. To do so, you must understand the different components within the engine compartment. So let's take a look at each piece. Under the passenger side is the 5-gallon gas tank, your air filter, starter generator. The motor is underneath, your muffler, clutches and belts, dipstick for checking oil, and finally, under the driver's side, your starter battery. One other important piece of information that is located under the seat, and it's located under the lip of the seat, is the serial number for your golf car. This ties the golf car to you as the owner and is also required for insurance purposes. Finally, let's discuss the weather enclosure. Your weather enclosure consists of 6 pieces. A large front panel on each side, a smaller rear panel on each side, your club protector, and finally, a flat back panel tucked up inside and behind your club protector. To release the sides of your weather enclosure, there are 3 snaps for the front panel and 2 snaps for your rear panel. We suggest leaving your front zipper about 1 inch from the top. It will come undone much like a jacket zipper if you go too far from the top of the zipper. Zip and snap the front enclosure. Zip your back panel to the club protector and snap along the body. And finally, to release the club protector, undo the 3 straps. The flat back panel will be used on extreme weather days. Days that are extremely windy, cold, or heavy rainstorms. To release the flat back, there are 4 straps and the flat back panel will unroll with a center piece, a left piece, and a right piece. Each of the 3 sections goes behind the bar for your club protector. The centerpiece must fit between the gap of the bag holder and the sweater basket by feeding one corner and pulling the rest of the panel completely down. To connect the pieces of the flat back panel, let's first snap the center piece to the bag well, zip the side panel, in this case the left side, to the center panel, and then notice there is a full inner zipper that allows us to to seal the passenger compartment completely. A feature of your flat back panel is the zippered window. If you do want a little airflow coming through the car, or you need to access an item in your sweater basket, roll up the zippered window, attach your straps, and this allows access to your sweater basket. Your weather enclosure should only be in use when necessary. Therefore, rolling up the enclosure should be done as soon as it is dry if coming in from a rainy day. Here are some suggestions to roll each of the panels behind the valance. The flat back, we are simply removing the snaps and zippers and pulling the entire panel back in front of the sweater basket. Our left piece folds to the center. Our right piece folds to the center. And as we bring up the bottom, we roll as tightly as possible and secure the flat back behind our straps. Our side panel. Remove the snaps from the body. Fold the right section behind the panel, and with your left hand, fold the tongue of the panel evenly with the right side of the fold. Now simply roll and secure the rear panel with the two straps. Our front portion, unsnap, unzip, once again with about an inch remaining from the top of the zipper. Make about an 8 or 10 inch fold across the seam of the fabric. Take the right corner to the left corner, grab in the center, and bring the left corner to the right. Now, roll the fabric make the roll as even and as tight as possible. And secure the front panel with the 3 snaps. Once again, thank you for purchasing your Yamaha PTV with the Village's golf cars. If you have any questions, concerns, or issues with your new golf car, please contact your sales associate or stop by any of our service locations. Thank you.